The third concept is sound image, which are those delicate spatial expressions, subtle nuances, mood and atmosphere that help build an audible stage which we hear things from. Alongside physical parts and components, we also use our unique technologies to shape the final sound image.
As Kai mentioned earlier, our biggest goal is to set the sound free from speakers, to erase their presence and let the walls of your room melt away.
Our original DSP technologies are indispensable in achieving this.
DSP is often used to mean digital signal processing. Yamaha's DSP actually stands for digital sound field processing, the idea of creating the perfect surround sound field without changing the intention of the original recording.
No matter how good your equipment or content, if you're listening in a room with lots of obstacles, the original artist's intent will not reach your ears.
Only those of us who have a dedicated theatre room are likely to achieve what was intended, while most of us cannot place sound-absorbing material or diffusers around our rooms.
Uniquely, we are the only company to perform sound field correction with our own technology, YPAO.
YPAO is a unique sound field correction technology that has continued to evolve over the years, so that our customers can enjoy home entertainment at its best. The effectiveness of YPAO sound field processing can be seen here. On the left is an example of the correct original sound field design. This depicts the ideal listening position and speaker placement.
The diagram in the centre has less than ideal speaker positioning, but this is typical for many of us listening at home. The biggest problem with this is that it pushes the surround sound information towards the front, leaving this system with an inability to correctly steer sounds behind the listener.
The diagram on the right shows how YPAO corrects a large amount of what was wrong from this setup. The listener can now experience correct steering of effects behind them whilst enjoying a wider and more open soundstage across the front.
When making these corrections, we are very particular about never lowering the sampling frequency to avoid degrading the content quality.
Which is precisely the reason why we use 64-bit high-precision processing.
The accuracy of calculation can mean the difference between low-frequency noise or not.
Another unique feature of our sound field correction is our 3D measurement of speaker height and angle.
As many of you already know, we have been pursuing 3D sound field processing with our presence speakers before the creation of Dolby Atmos or DTS-X. This commitment and passion for three-dimensional realism continues with YPAO 3D.
The boomerang-looking object you'll find in the box will help correct the height and angle of your main and presence speakers, giving your system the ability to precisely place and steer sounds around the listener. Now let's take a look at Surround AI.
Surround AI is featured on the RXA 4A and above, and sets out to simplify and refine all of our cinema DSP research and design to deliver a seamless and adaptable large-scale cinematic experience like no other.
Our world-famous digital sound field processing started in 1986 with the DSP-1.
Ever since then, we have been perfecting our original sound field processing technology while supporting the latest Dolby and DTS formats.
Surround AI creates custom sound fields in real time according to the scene of the film that you're watching.
When using conventional cinema DSP modes, the optimum mode needs to be selected to yield the best results.
Surround AI automatically determines the best parameters and selects the most appropriate sound mode. For example, is the current scene of the film focusing on delivering dialogue, ambient sound, subtle sound effects, or a highly intense action scene?
In addition, what's the required intensity of that selected mode? It would be impossible to change this in time using our conventional DSP programs, and it wouldn't be much fun to watch either.
Luckily, Surround AI extracts all of the required information to build the perfect sound field, analysing the signal 5 times every second, intelligently adapting to each and every scene throughout the film. You might be thinking, why would you need something like this if you've already got Dolby Atmos or DTS-X?
Scale. In real life, we hear sounds originate from all around us, not in 5.1 or 7.1.4. In most cases, there are small gaps in the soundstage due to the number of speakers we can run and install in our listening rooms.
Surround AI can take a Dolby Atmos or DTS-X recording and fill those gaps, creating a truly immersive sound field that melts the walls of your room away.
So forget what you think you know about cinema DSP and listen to the future of artificially intelligent surround sound.